The Nintendo Switch had an incredible first year, selling faster than any video game console in the history of mankind. But that doesn't mean it was all smooth sailing. So we're going to be looking back at some of the areas where Nintendo missed the mark with the Switch, and also where they could improve the system. Don't get me wrong, I think the Switch is awesome, but we all know that it could use a little more love in some spots. Now keep in mind, we'll have videos all this weekend celebrating the Switch's first anniversary, so watch out for those on GameSpot.com. I've got a video talking about the Wii U games that would be perfect on the Switch, so make sure to check that out too. Alright, let's see where Nintendo done goofed this time. The Switch launched worldwide on March 3rd, 2017, and within the first couple of weeks, users started experiencing connection problems with the left Joy-Con. The controller would desync itself from the system when used wirelessly, forcing people to either play in handheld mode or with a Pro Controller. Although Nintendo acted swiftly to repair people's controllers, it was still an unfortunate roadblock for some users, leaving them unable to play Breath of the Wild the way they wanted. But while that issue was quickly addressed, some others still remained. For example, the Switch launched without any voice chat options whatsoever, which meant online multiplayer games such as Mario Kart 8 and Splatoon 2 would lack the usual online gaming banter or handicapped players looking to coordinate with their teammates. Nintendo eventually offered a solution to the problem, except it was one that nobody really asked for. People would have to use the Nintendo Switch phone app to connect with their friends, and if they wanted to hear the game audio at the same time, hook it up to a third-party dongle, plug that into the system and their headphones to allow the sound to pass through. It's maybe the least graceful solution that Nintendo could have come up with. Today, there still isn't any integrated voice chat in sight, but that's not a huge loss compared to what you could lose thanks to the Switch's lack of cloud saves. Cloud saves have been on many fans' wishlists for years, and Nintendo still has not provided us with a cloud-based save or user profile system. That means everything is tied to just one console, leaving many people out in the cold should they lose their Switch or have it break, which is an entirely believable scenario for a portable system. Perhaps Nintendo is preparing to implement it when they roll out their online paid services, or perhaps they just want us to never let go of our Switch. Ever. That's pretty smart, actually. And lastly, we have the one feature that we all know is coming someday, we just don't know when, the Virtual Console, or whatever they end up calling it. I mean, technically they didn't miss the mark if they never aimed to hit it. Okay, that's being a little bit unfair, since Nintendo did promise that we'll have classic games available to download whenever their online service comes out, but according to their website, that won't be going live until September of this year, and that's what, 18 months since launch? Even the Wii U received NES games less than 3 months into its lifespan. Come on Nintendo, just give us our downloadable GameCube games and we'll give you all the money in the world. Deal? It's no doubting Nintendo has a massive success on their hands with the Switch, and although these feel more like minor grievances than huge glaring issues, Nintendo could still make the effort to improve the console even more. Things like game folders, customizable wallpapers, media players, eShop improvements, these all might seem like simple quality of life changes, but they certainly add up and would make using the Switch an even more enjoyable experience. Nintendo has some great momentum going into its second year, and if they can patch all these holes in their boat, they'll be sailing strong for years to come. So how about you guys? Have you enjoyed the Switch's first year? Is there anything that you'd like to see added or fixed or implemented later on? Leave them in the comments below, and don't forget to visit GameSpot.com all weekend long for more coverage on the Switch's first anniversary. My name is Joey, and thanks for watching.